What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another pregame live stream. We got a couple of hours to recover from that tough loss versus Milwaukee last night, but luckily tonight we get the bounce back. So hopefully we come out on victories. So Lakers versus Phoenix Suns. Now the Suns are one of those teams that has mathematically already been eliminated from the playoffs. So one might think, hey, they're going to come up and they're going to come down, roll over, and we're just going to take this dub, right? Wrong. Because these are the teams that are the most dangerous because they don't play around. Plus, they have plenty of young talent, including, of course, the young star Devin Booker and the up-and-coming guy and DeAndre Ayton and Kelly Oubre, who they traded for before the deadline. So we got to watch out for those three mainly, but there's also other names you got to watch for. You don't want Josh Jackson to have a hero-type game. You don't want one of these no-name players, to come out and just ball out. But how you guys feeling today, man? I'm feeling a lot better. I know it was a tough loss, but I thought about all the positives, and it was a great game last night. So I'm kind of more pleased than I was yesterday, even though we came out with the loss. The future looks really bright, especially for Brandon and the young core. So I'm excited about that. He said, if we lose tonight, what will be your reaction? LOL. Well, pretty much there goes the season if we lose tonight. Not technically, we'd still be in the hunt, but it's looking grimmer by the loss. So I'm hoping everything is a victory. You know that. You know where I stand as far as that goes. I would like to see a nice bounce-back game here by Kuz, followed by Brandon Ingram can continue to do what he's doing. And hopefully Luke decides to play the guy we traded for, right, over KCP. Hopefully he plays Reggie Bullock. So if he doesn't play Reggie Bullock down the stretch, then we'll see what happens. But hopefully he gets to go down the stretch if it's a close game. I don't understand. Somebody sent me a tweet. They retweeted it. They were reporting that Reggie Bullock was a +9, and I forgot what KCP was, but he was in the negatives as far as plus minuses. I normally don't look at those numbers, but come on now, you're the head coach. You gotta be better than that. But hey. Breaking news, Luke Walton took blame for, leaving KCP out there too long last night. So that's a plus for him. He finally got out of his stubbornness and admitted to being at fault for that loss. Not fully, but partially at fault. So that, that's always good. Also, we haven't added anybody yet, but we pretty much know what free agents are available. So we'll see if there's any news in the upcoming days on two things, on the open roster spot that we have and on Lonzo Ball. Those are the two things I'm looking forward to next week. Hopefully we'll find out. We'll figure out who we're going to sign. And also we'll hear some feedback on Lonzo once he gets reevaluated by team doctors next week. So those are two things to look forward to, man. So, yeah, I'm excited, guys. Hopefully BI continues on this tear, man, because I'm loving it. The media will finally give him his due. Obviously, you guys know there's no sport talk shows in the weekend like that. There's a couple, but nothing major. So finally, Brandon's going to get the respect he deserves. We already knew what Kuzma could do. The media actually acknowledged Kuzma over Brandon. I remember early in the season when Kuz was balling out, they used to say stuff just to put Brandon down, like Brandon Ingram is what Kyle Kuzma is what the Lakers wanted Brandon Ingram to be. So I'm glad that this kid is finally playing up to his potential in the second half of the season, and hopefully sky's the limit, man. Let him keep doing it. And I really want Josh Hart to get back on board because we need his shooting, man. We desperately need his shooting. Any minutes he gets, whatever he can provide, will be a plus. Hey, what up, T? How you doing? Fingers crossed we win. Absolutely. But we got to come out and play. We can't lay down just because it's the Phoenix Suns and mathematically they're already eliminated from the playoffs. We got to come out the same way we did last game. Every game from here on out with intensity. And then we should have a shot to win this. Absolutely. Hi, Dan. We'll get the win today, man. I really hope so. Nothing is penciled in. I believe we will, but they have to continue to play hard. That's the recipe to success. Last game they played hard. Just made a couple of mistakes down the stretch, bad rotations, and we lost. But it wasn't for lack of effort on both ends, so I appreciate that. He said, Kuzma is scared of the moment. Absolutely not. You must not be watching Laker basketball then, because Kuzma has hit a lot of clutch shots to help us win games down the stretch. So pay closer attention. He struggled last game, but this is what I don't like. When we start putting another player down to elevate another one of our young players, we're all on the same team here. So just be patient with the ones that struggle and praise the ones that do good, but don't have short-term memory loss where you guys already forgot what Kuzma's been doing this season. Come on now, guys. Don't be those type of fans. What about Rick Pitino for coach? Well, from what I've heard, Tyronn Lue, is next in line to replace Luke. So this kind of shows me that LeBron is still running things. However, it could just be a rumor. I don't believe it till we put pen to paper. So hopefully it's just a rumor because I'm not a huge fan of Tyronn, but at least we'll get a fresh look at head coaching position. So he said, JK didn't mean that. It was my friend. Doesn't matter, man. Whoever it was, bottom line is we can't turn on our players when they struggle, man. Absolutely not. He said, I would try giving Jalen Rose a head coach job. Oh, man, that's really funny. You got jokes, LA forever. That's funny, man. I don't want Jalen Rose anywhere near my roster unless he's playing defense. That way we could drop 81 on him again. So, yeah, absolutely not. But that's a good joke. He says, Svi or Zubac, which was the biggest loss? Zubats, because we're really struggling from the paint. And I remember when JaVale and Tyson was struggling, we threw out Zoo out there. He would really hold his own really well. So, he said, trade LeBron. Nah, man, too early to be saying stuff like that. Absolutely not. Brandon Ingram, after the All-Star game, is averaging 27, 8, and 3. Imagine what he could do with a great head coach and a fresh start. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what he's going to come out with, hopefully in the playoffs. And if not, well, at least next season. I can't wait, man. Is this a home game or is it a road game? Well, let me see. It should be a road game because it's at 6 Pacific time. Yeah, it's definitely a road game. We're at Phoenix today. Mark Jackson for coach would be dope. I would like that. He's great at developing young talent. So, yeah. Dan, after B.I. dunked on Lopez, it didn't even look LeBron's way. I'm not going to start the chemistry issue talks right now, man. I just want us to gel and do the best. Carmelo is a no-no. What do you think, Dan? Yeah, I wouldn't like Carmelo, again, unless he reshaped his game. And if he comes in rejuvenized and comes in with a bench role and limited minutes. That's the only way. But we don't need another forward. What we need is a big man who can rebound and do the dirty work, since JaVale McGee and Tyson Chandler are pretty much over their heads, right? Dan, who's your starting lineup next year? Depends on what our roster looks like. I absolutely cannot give you a starting lineup next year because we don't know who's going to be here, what additions, what subtractions. So ask me again after July, and then I'll give you a better answer. Dan, I think we stay away from former Lakers coaches. That's a good point. We shouldn't be hiring people that are just tied to the Lakers. We should expand our head coaching search. What do you think about giving Jalen Rose a shot at the head coaching job? I think you just heard my reaction, buddy. Absolutely not. Jalen Rose could go screw himself because at the end of the day, Jalen is a Laker hater and he's just mad Kobe dropped 81 on him. That's all it is. He said, we need Julius back. That would be great. If we can get either D'Angelo or Julius, that would be huge for us. But I think they're going for a max free agent, and then we wouldn't have cap space to get any of those guys. But, I mean, that would be a good plan B option. Bring back a little more youth. Shooting from D'Angelo would be crucial. If we could somehow pair up D'Angelo Russell and Lonzo in the backcourt, I think it would be sick offensively. Now, defensively, D'Angelo is a bigger guard, but he still struggles to stay in front of his man. He's a step slow. He's not the quickest guard in the league, but I think if we had a good rim protector back there, as well as Lonzo on the perimeter for his defense, I think it would balance out pretty well. But I would have loved to see D'Angelo and Lonzo, but that's most likely not going to happen. If D'Angelo's smart, he will stay with the Brooklyn Nets because he has a good head coach there, and they have a good system built around him and the guards there in Brooklyn. So personally, for his career, if I was his agent, I would advise him to stay. So that's what I predict will happen. I think they'll come to an agreement, and he's going to get paid this summer, in my opinion. Just to be objective. Of course, I'd love to have him back, but that's just what I think is in his best convenience for his career moving forward. Dan, what do you think of Phil Jackson coaching the Lakers again? I love Phil, man, but he's done. He's too old. He can't even travel on road games. We need a head coach that's going to be there for us, developing young talent and getting us in the best position to win every single game for 82 games during the regular season. So, unfortunately, Phil Jackson doesn't really fit that mold. Plus, Phil Jackson runs the triangle, which is a lost start in NBA. A lot of these guys wouldn't even know where to be. Dan, no free agents want to play with LeBron. Says who? The media? Careful where you get your information from, man. Mainstream will have you thinking one way, and then all of a sudden, boom. Right? I remember last year, right before the summer, they were saying there's no way LeBron comes to the Lakers. He ended up right here. So just be careful what you listen to, and don't make up your mind. As fans, we got to be open-minded. Who knows? We could end up with Kevin Durant, Kawhi, or we could end up with Clay, Kyrie, or none of the above. Maybe it's a B-list free agent, but we have to be open-minded. Maybe it's a Chris Middleton. But we got to be extremely open-minded, and as long as the team is improving, I'm all for it. He said, Dan, remember when you said the Clippers were going to be a terrible team? Well, look at us now. First of all, you spelled now wrong. It's N-O-W. You spelled no. That's number one. He said, we're in the playoffs, unlike you guys, and we're favorites to sign Kawhi. We are the best team in LA. Again, you misspelled, so not only am I going to discount your comment because of that, but also you're a Clippers fan, bro. So what are you doing on our channel? Oh, that's right. You guys don't have a fan website, right? My bad. Bottom line is this, man. Your Clippers are a pretender team, like always. You guys been bragging about your team since Blake Griffin and what happened there, right? So get out of here, man, first of all. Secondly, I'll tell you this. The Clippers are not even going to make the playoffs. If anybody makes the playoffs and it's not the Lakers, it's going to be the Kings. That's number two. So educate yourself on your basketball knowledge, and you're lucky you have a good head coach and a great front office guy in Jerry West. If not, you'd be lost. That's number two. So get off my channel, bro. Start your own Clipper fan website. So you can get 5 total subscribers or whatever it is the fan base is looking like. And all I got to say is 16-0. Championship banners. So selfies. No mascot. We have celebrities. Y'all got an ugly ass bird that looks like your owner. So pretty much cut it off, man. Don't get embarrassed. He said, Dan, what's up? He said, por lo menos vamos a ganar 2-game win streaks. We'll see, man. Nothing is penciled in, but I believe it. I believe in the Lakers, of course. But we can't overlook this team. They got plenty of talent. DeAndre Ayton can expose us in the paint. By the way, Luke Walton is going to go small again. So, that could be troublesome. Number 2, Devin Booker hates the Lakers. He's always looking at torches. So we're going to have to make sure we keep him on check. And then Kelly Oubre has been balling since they traded him there from the Washington Wizards. I've been keeping tab on the Suns. Devin Booker, Kelly Oubre looks really good. So I will say this, man. We can't just expect them to come out and roll over just because they're playing for a draft pick. Players have too much pride, so we got to take them serious. But yes, I believe we will win, especially if we come out with the same intensity and we execute. Yeah, Clipper fans. See, this is why I can't stand Clipper fans, bro. They get one little thing over us. They're literally 1 seed, 2 seeds above us, and they're talking the most. Are you serious? It's in their best interest to get to not make the playoffs, and these guys are bragging about getting swept in the first round. Get out of here, if that even happens, by the way. But Clipper fans they're hilarious, man. They're just as goofy as their mascot. I mean, let's not forget that Clipper Darryl tried to switch teams. When LeBron came over here and we rejected him absolutely. So then he said it was a prank. That pretty much is the epitome of Clipper fans. They're a big joke. By the way, and they even banned Clipper Darryl for being too much of a fan. That's how weird the Clippers are. I just got to tell you something, man. The Lakers will never ban me because I'm a diehard. Matter of fact, they'll probably reward me for that. So trade stat padding James. Nah, LDG, bro, we got to take it easy on the whole trade talk with LeBron. Look, LeBron, yes, he does come with baggage. I understand that. Sometimes his antics could be annoying off the court, but he's still a beast, man. You've seen what he's been doing lately. And I just think let's give LeBron a superstar to play with, another one, because I know Brandon Ingram's probably going to be one in a year or two, but let's give him another superstar to play with. And a good head coach, and let's be objective. I know this season has been probably one of the most disappointing seasons since the 2004 Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Kobe, Shaq one. That's probably the most disappointing team because I expected a championship. But this has been one of the most disappointing seasons, and it's unfortunate that that it's gone that way. But I blame a lot of things, and we already went over those. So, hey Kathy, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Kobe publicly agreed with LeBron. I would have loved, if we built a contender, I would love Kobe to come back out of retirement and take a bench role and help us win a championship. He would be great for mentoring young guys as well as leadership on and off the court. But I know that's a pipe dream. Kobe's probably never going to unretire. So, hey, but a fan can dream, you know. But it would have been great to see him collect the 6th chip along with LeBron and maybe another superstar there. But then I say we sign Kyrie or Kawhi and keep our young core. That's what I prefer as well. If we could keep our young core by signing a max free agent, that would be amazing. The only reason I say I would have brought Kobe off the bench is so he doesn't get injured because he's older, right? But of course, you know, if he was capable of starting, of course I would have started him. Then I hope the Warriors lose today para que los Denver se quede en la primera ronda. Well, it's still early, Rosa. So even doesn't matter who wins or loses, the standings aren't set officially, right? So we can't even, again, that idiotic Clipper fan that came in here, he's seriously bragging like there's not 20 games left in the season, right? But again, that's the IQ of a Clipper fan right here. I'm holding it in my hand. This is the size right here. And that's a lot of credit because normally it's like this. But, you know, that Clipper fan had like this much. So you got to give him a little bit of credit, you know. He said Kobe will make everybody cry, especially Luke. Sometimes you need that tough love, man. Sometimes you need the tough love. Dan, he said, buena onda que los commentaries en español. I try to answer as many comments, man, any language that I understand, brother. But I try to keep it English just because, you know, the general fans are in English, you know, so I don't want to make them feel excluded. But they basically just told me, for those of you that don't understand Spanish, is they appreciate me answering to them in Spanish. So Kobe, the GOAT, used to do it as well, man. Kobe used to do it too. So I got to do it. I got to definitely embrace my Spanish culture as well, man. I love you guys. I love every ethnicity, every type of religious group, man. I'm diverse. Dan, are you fluent in Spanish? Absolutamente, man. My parents are from Guadalajara, so you know, well, my mom, sorry, I say parents with an S. My mom, never met my pops, but pretty much, yeah. He said, and Korean. That's pretty cool, man. You speak Korean, Kevin King? That's dope, man. I wish I did. He said, Dan, apply for the Lakers head coaching job. I wish, man, but that's just not something they don't put out an application like that. You got to be qualified. You have to have a lot of experience. Again, I don't know how Luke got in, but pretty much, yeah, man. You have to have a background in coaching. I have no experience there, so I wouldn't even give myself the interview. That's how much I love the Lakers, put it like that. But yeah, I mean, we all know a little bit about basketball here and there. I appreciate it, though. Dan, what's up with LeBron always throwing the young core under the bus? Again, he comes with baggage, but hopefully, you know, he's able to adapt to LA, because he's gonna have to know that there's certain questions you cannot answer in a certain manner, especially throwing guys under the bus like that. He said you got to sell your soul to be a coach. Hey, I don't know nothing about that, but if that's the price, I'm not willing to pay it. Although you do have a point. Luke Walton does look soulless at times. I'll tell you that. But I think that's just more the way he is. Your mom raised an awesome son, Dan. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, brother. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. My mom's going to come visit me today. So for one day, after here, she's flying out. But that's pretty cool that I get to spend time with my mom today. Thomas Bryant versus Mo Wagner. We haven't seen enough of Mo, so I can't make that comparison. But I like what Thomas Bryant would bring to the table. Remember, I told you guys that I thought he was special. My brother did as well. Unfortunately, Luke never gave him a shot, and now he's putting in work for the Wizards. But hey, I wish every ex-young Laker player that's classy and doesn't talk trash about the Lakers organization a lot of luck, man. I'm always going to be a fan of them. It's weird, you know. I don't know what that means, LDG. I don't even know how to answer that. I don't know what that means, bro. What do you mean? Are you a convert LGBT? I don't know what that means. He said, gotta go back to work. Great job, Dan. Thanks. I appreciate you, brother. And keep it locked right here for postgame, and hopefully I'll see you back here. TB was great, man. Wish we still had him. TB, like, we let go of a lot of great pieces, starting with when we had Mitch and Jim. They let go of Kent Bazemore. And then when Magic and these guys came, David Nwaba, who I used to like too, even though he couldn't shoot. I loved his defense and slashing abilities. We let go of Thomas Bryant. We traded Lou Williams, but that was for the greater good. We ended up with a draft pick there. We made a couple of good trades, but some might bite us simply because we let young talent go, right? So that's always tough. He said, "Who wins 2-on-2? Prime Kobe and D'Lo versus Prime LeBron and Lonzo." Oh, I never bet against Kobe. You could put Kobe by himself versus all three of them. I wouldn't bet on him. I wouldn't bet against him. Kobe he had a relentless ability to go out there and get us victories. I mean, that Phoenix Sun series, we had no business winning 3 games. And he dang near almost won us the series by himself with Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, and a bunch of bums. So that tells you everything you need to know about the Black Mamba. He said, Josh Hart needs to prove something today. He said, Dan, your favorite Laker of all time? It's a two-way tie between Magic Johnson and Kobe. Even though I didn't see Magic Johnson play, his personality and his leadership abilities, watching his highlights, and just the great person he's been on and off the court, he's definitely one of my favorites. The other one is Kobe. As a player, I still go with Kobe, though, just because of the killer. All right, guys, I'll take a couple more before I get off, man. I'm going to go get ready for this game. Also, cleaning up the house for when my mama gets here, man. She's flying in from Iowa, so shout out to my beautiful mother. I can't wait to pick her up from the airport. But hopefully Lakers come out with victory. We need this dub, man. We need every dub. I still haven't given up on them, especially when it's the Clippers in front of us, of all teams. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. He said, what was your favorite Kobe season? It had to be the one where he kept dropping 60s, and then he eventually dropped 81. That season was insane, but I don't have a favorite season. I loved every single season, especially the ones where we won championships. You say get a beer, you're going to need it later. I'm not a heavy drinker, fam. I'm not a heavy drinker at all, but I appreciate the sentiment, man. Lonzo Ball would have clamped TF out of Eric Bledsoe. I agree. I wish we had him. So is my mom a Laker fan? Yeah, man. She used to cheer for the Lakers. Me and her, I used to watch him. Me and my brothers used to watch him before she even got into it. But then she would see us like all close to the TV, cheering, standing, yelling. That she got into it, and she used to love Derek Fisher. She used to call him Fisho, because she didn't speak proper English. So she used to love Fisher. She thought he was handsome. But that's a story for another day. And then of course, she loved Kobe and Powell. She basically watched the last 2 championships we won. But yeah, she is a Laker fan. Unfortunately, in Iowa, they don't get the channel, so she always asking me how they doing. She tunes in sometimes to watch my channel. So if you're watching, shout out to my beautiful mother. I hope to see her in a little bit. T said, "Yep, Kobe all day. Enjoy the visit with your moms." Thanks, T. I appreciate it. It's always special when your mama comes to visit you. I haven't seen her in a couple months, so it's been like 5 months, 6 months. Oh, Kevin, you got jokes. He said, "Can my mom rap?" Nah, man. My mom is old school Mexican, man. She don't even like rap. That's my mom for you. She says, "You love you some Derek Fisher?" Yeah, all the ladies used to love him back then. I'm not gonna lie, he was handsome. I mean, no homo, but of course, all the girls used to love him, man. My homegirls always used to tell me Fisher was cute, so it's funny. Bring her to Cali, bro. Yeah, we'll be picking her up from the airport a little later. Draft ideas for the Lakers. I will watch the March Madness tournament. I haven't watched a lot of basketball this year, as far as college basketball, but I always catch up during March Madness, and I can't wait to see who steps up. And I'll get back to you guys during the summer if we have a draft pick on who we should. Am I going to do post game? Yeah, most likely. Shout out to Linwood. That's what's up. Hey, man, I grew up in Compton, really close to Linwood, and I actually went to an elementary school there in Linwood. Bring my mom on the stream one day? Oh, no, she hates to be on camera. I would love to. I'll take one more question, though, guys, before I get off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget that smash that like button and subscribe as well. Keep it locked right here. All Things Lakers. He said, Dan, did you hear Jeannie call fake news on the trade rumors? No, I did not. At this point, I'm not concerned with whatever Jeannie does till they'll go ahead and fire Luke Walton. So I've lost a little bit of respect because she apologized to us for not moving quick enough on the whole, on her brother's firing. So I thought she would be with a more of a sense of urgency and giving the Lakers what they need. But I still got mad love for Jeannie, though, man. I hope she becomes, one of the first female owners to win a championship as an owner, right? So that would be amazing. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Much love, Laker Nation. Keep it locked right here. All Things Lakers. I'll see you guys post game. Let's get this dub, man. Let's shut down Devin Booker. Hopefully we make him cry today.